Okay, guys, welcome back to another entry of the Dry Diaries. It's your author, Alex Dry, and my new co-host.
It's your favorite, or maybe not your favorite. After listening to the first podcast.
We were separated for a week, but now we're back together.
It was honestly a really long week.
Yeah, it definitely was.
I feel like because I've been spending so much time with you, it's like being in your group of things in LA, when I went back, it felt like I was gone for way longer than a week.
I know. Trust me, I was here. I was supposed to be gone for the weekend in Cabo for a friend's birthday. I ended up missing my flight. A whole series of events happened.
Once after we finished the first podcast, we were heading to Manhattan Beach for the volleyball series. I don't know how I made my flight that day because I had a 4 a.m. wake-up call. I just remember looking at Alex and being like, if I have one more shot, I am not going to make it. So I called myself an Uber and we made it to Canada.
I should have left when you left because I came home maybe 2 hours later, but I'm pretty sure I might have gotten roofied.
Also, throwback to this. I'm leaving to catch my Uber and I walk out and there's Taco Bell on the steps. There's nothing worse when you get home and you're so hungry and you want to eat, but you're also just so tired you can't even keep your eyes open.
I order food whenever I go out and end up falling asleep. The food's just out there in the morning.
I sit out here, entertain our squad.
Oh my God.
I'm like, wait, where did she go? And I see her door shut. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess she's sleeping.
Sometimes I just disappear. I'm like, okay, I'm going to sleep. I go in my room and turn on my laptop. I have social battery. Once it's at like 3%, I'm like, okay, I'm either going to say some crazy shit to someone or I'm going to fall asleep in front of everyone. Kicks in and I'm out for the count.
I'm jealous. We made it back. I'm back. We're both back in LA. Toronto was honestly so amazing. I was so happy and so blessed to be back with my best friends. We had a wild 3 days. I don't really go back a lot. So when I did go back, my girls, we planned a really sexy girl dinner. We all got together, talked all of the shit we could talk about. And we're lucky enough to go on my friend's boat. That's when we kind of got ratchet. But in the best way possible. We spent the day on the water. I was already with the main squad, so we were good. We all went out that night, stayed out a little too late, but we are on vacation, so we're allowed to do that. And then I was able to go wedding dress shopping with my one best friend. I was able to meet her babies. I have been missing since I was here. And then I headed over to my hometown, which is a 2-hour flight from Toronto, where I was able to spend the rest of the week with my family. I had my cousin's wedding. There's something about leaving a place that you used to call home and coming back to a place that you do call home. I feel like I'm super motivated and ready to be back in LA and do all the things.
I feel like whenever you go back home, it's almost like a reset. And then you come back and you're like, okay, I'm ready to get my groove on again.
Yeah. And I feel like it made me open my eyes. I moved here a year ago. So I've been doing cool things with work, but I'm so hard on myself, or I just don't see it as a stepping stone to getting higher in my career and my life. And then coming back here, I'm like, well, okay, this is it.
Yeah. And the whole time Rachel was gone, we were texting each other, obviously, and she's telling me all these stories. And I'm like, okay, literally just save them for the podcast because I want a genuine reaction. I did get a brief overview, but yeah.
I feel like with my best friends, if you guys are listening, you know this. I have to update everyone on everything every time I'm doing something. My best friends always call me out. They're like, you literally just copy and pasted that. I'm like, yeah, because I need everyone to know the reaction.
Wait, that's a good idea. Bad at texting, and so I never thought about copying paste.
The girls gotta know the tea.
That's a good idea. Rachel went home. I get a text from her, and she's like, hey, so my cousin's hot friend's staying with us. And I'm like, okay, who is this guy? You never sent me a photo.
My mom kind of played me. She's like, we're picking up my cousin, played hockey with Nolan. He's going to stay with us. And I was like, whoa, wait. I have one question before he's staying with us. Is he hot? My mom's like, Rachel, you're attending the wedding and you're going to behave. And this is the funniest part. 2 cousin weddings ago, me and my mom go to the wedding and we're just having this fantastic time. And I was a demon. I mean, I'm still a demon, but not as demon as this was. I go up to the bar and I demand espresso martini. I'm like, espresso martini me right now. They did not like that. I got cut off. My mom starts yelling at the bartender. My mom gets cut off. So we're both cut off at my cousin's wedding. Honestly, kind of iconic thinking about it now. At the time, I think everyone wanted to kill us. So at my cousin's wedding this year, they had a signature drink and it was the espresso martini.
Oh my
and
gosh.
They shouted me out and I was laughing so hard. I'm like, you know what? See, sometimes you have to make a story in order to be remembered.
That's so cute. So you didn't get cut off this year.
And my mom was trying to cut me off and she kept telling me to relax and mix in a water. I kept telling her, well, you could drink my water then. I'm not drinking water tonight. But we were behaved. Everything was good. I do have a really funny story. Back in high school, what you have to picture is I live in a really small city outside of Toronto, so everyone knows each other. I haven't been back there in years. I haven't seen this guy from my high school that I had a crush on in like 10 years. And we reunited at the wedding, and it was so funny because, like, obviously I'm over it at this point. Like, I haven't seen him in so long. I go up to him. I'm like, what's up? We were drinking at the bar. Everything was fine. And then my cousin does his dance and we walk outside and we're talking and he comes up to me and he's wasted. And he looks at me and he goes, shut up, Shrek. And I was like,
wait, this is your high school crush?
It was like one of my, I've had a lot of crushes. This was like one of them. He was 6'7". And I was like, okay, crush.
Oh, that makes sense.
So he called me Shrek.
Oh my God.
And because he claimed it was because I was wearing a green dress. Which is funny because I ended up showing up the next day in a green sweater. So maybe Shrek was just the theme of the weekend.
The theme.
But I was like, oh, wow, is he finally flirting with me? And then it was an ongoing joke for the rest of the weekend that I was Shrek.
I feel like high school crushes are so funny because you thought it was such a big deal back then. And then you look back now and you're like, whoa, I haven't felt that since high school.
I'm still waiting to feel that.
Still waiting to feel that crush again. Or you're like, what the hell was I thinking?
What's your childhood crush up to these days?
Oh my gosh, she's married with a kid. And we dated for like, I think three years-ish. I can't really remember. Basically, we were together all through high school. And then senior year, I asked to go on a break.
She's like, it's my last year to be free.
We ended up breaking up. And then I was like, oh shit, what did I do?
The walls feel like they're closing in. Did I just mess up my whole life?
Also in high school, I based my whole high school around Gossip Girl or the Hills / Laguna Beach. And so...
Did you ever watch the show The OC?
Yeah.
So many people in LA haven't seen it. And I think it's because they're like, oh, we live in the OC. But I'm like, that was literally top one.
Yeah. And then it got into, I used to base my high school around Gossip Girl / Hills Laguna Beach, but I really thought that I was Serena. I'm so embarrassed looking back now at, number one, just like the outfits I chose. I mean, they kind of were cute for back in the day.
An outfit
Oh my gosh.
so everyone can see it.
It's kind of iconic. I feel like we need to bring back a Hills Laguna Beach.
100%.
Our vlogs.
Yeah, no, it literally is. And the funny thing is too, is I feel like when you're in high school and then you go back home and you see all the people you went to high school with, it's just like the craziest thing.
Yeah.
But cheers to being in LA.
I know. Thank goodness. I've been back and forth from Texas, and every time I go back, I feel like, I guess it's Rapunzel. I'm stuck in a tower and I can't leave because I just don't vibe with where I grew up anymore.
You've just outgrown it. When you leave somewhere and you move, you get used to the new change.
Yeah. I've also talked to a lot of people, and the number one thing that I always tell them is if you're still living in your hometown and you feel stuck, just go move somewhere for 6. Even if you don't know anyone, just start fresh, because honestly, it really is life-changing.
And just being on your own and being able to navigate through a city you have no clue about.
High school Alex, it was a totally...
Did I ever tell you what I wrote in my yearbook?
No.
Speaking of high school, my cousin sent me this.
Oh my gosh.
Because they've seen it all. So my cousins are like my brothers, and they always put me in my place. And that's why I think I put a lot of men in their place, because I just used it at this point. But my high school yearbook specifically said, the quote was, when life gives you lemons, bust out the tequila and salt The other thing was my high school crush. I wrote it. It was Stifler from American Pie. I don't know what kind of vibe I was going with there because that was not my crush.
Yeah.
I was just dying at that. I was like, the fact that they let me put that in my yearbook is absolutely insane. But I guess some things don't change.
Oh my God.
But also, who's using lemons with tequila? We're using limes.
So on Sunday, Rachel and I went out and we were drinking. Anytime if we have tequila, number one, we always split the shots. So it makes us feel better about ourselves, I guess, for some reason.
We were demanding.
Yeah, we were basically like begging and paying off the waiter to get us pickle juice from the back of the kitchen. And he did it.
It's funny because I used to do pickleback shots back in the day with Jameson. Now you have me on this pickle juice tequila kick and I'm kind of into it.
Because it masks.
You can't even taste it.
It's good.
Should we do like a oh my God, wait, there's the pickle bar in Florida.
Yeah.
We are absolutely
we're going there for sure. We definitely need to do like a do or drink episode.
100%.
I think Haley and Kendall did one.
A lot of people do that. If we did that, then we'll be wasted by the end.
I'm scared because who knows what will come out of our mouths.
The podcast will go to number 1 on the whole category.
Trending on OnlyFans category, whatever it is.
Sitting on the table.
Oh my God. Tomorrow we're going to the OC Fair and T-Pain's playing. So we're going to go.
Bringing these microphones.
I'm going to buy you a drink.
I'm actually so excited. I guess we just went to a concert last week, but I haven't really been to a rap concert in so long.
Yeah, he was at Stagecoach. I didn't end up making it. I was basically home Stagecoach every night by like 1:30 because you have to wake up so early the next morning and I have to get sleep because I was also in Cam's wedding the next weekend. I was a groomswoman.
So Valence Stagecoach and then you went right to Hawaii after?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah, my best friend got married. I was a groomswoman, so I had to be on my best behavior Stagecoach because I just wanted to be there.
I was home at 1:30, maybe 2. Other people's best behavior is like, okay, I didn't go out. I skipped tonight.
Well, best behavior for Stagecoach weekend.
Best behavior
For Stagecoach. Okay, so I got Botox and I don't know what's going on. It might be the air or something in Venice. But my eyes, so I tried to go to Face Gym for the full lymphatic. Have you ever done that?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. They literally lymphatic your whole face. There's something called a buccal massage. And I got it one time. They literally stick their fingers inside your mouth and they're manipulating your jaw.
Is it nice?
They literally go in like that. And they're like going after. I couldn't talk the next day. My jaw was so sore. They're like, yeah, it's so good for you. And that makes sense. I guess we always were talking all the time.
Yeah, and it's like you're probably so tense from talking all the time.
But they wouldn't give me a facial or lymphatic thing because I had just gotten Botox and they said it could cause it to move around. And I'm like, no, that's the point. I want it to move around right now.
Well, you look beautiful.
Does that ever happen?
Honestly, when I get my Botox done, I'm like, freeze my face. I look 10 years younger. A girlfriend of mine got Botox and they gave her way too much in the eyebrows and they made her look permanently surprised all the time. We all had jokes about it and she was just like, I can't do anything about it because I'm permanently frozen right now.
Oh my gosh. No, I'm thinking maybe I should get more because I think I might have too much movement and that's why they're drooping.
Your eyebrows up? You're good, baby girl. That's not moving anytime.
I already had RBF, but now it's like RBF with...
I took Alex to the gym today. We're trying to get fit for Florida and we're just like, we got 3 weeks to look hot.
Before I came to LA, I was going to bar class every day, was on my shit, and then I got here.
And I'm the problem.
No, you're not the problem. We little hot girl walks every day. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting my steps in, but that's definitely not working out because today we were on the Pilates machine. And whenever you are on it and they're doing the thing that works out your inner thighs, my inner thighs were shaking hard.
I didn't want to be the person. She's like, oh, my like beginner or like my level 2s, put on another color. And I'm like, I took the latch off at one point. I was like, if you want me to walk tomorrow, I need to unlatch it. And I didn't want anyone to see me doing it. But then I was like, I'm at the end. No one could even see me anyways. I'm just going to unlatch it.
That's what I thought. And I looked next to me and there's a hot guy. And I'm like doing the bare minimal because I also have a torn meniscus, which... Guys, if you haven't watched it, you have to go watch our vlog. It's so funny. I took Rachel to her first chiropractor appointment and I can do anything you want me to do. I am a new person. I don't know how I waited so long to go to a chiropractor, considering my back is literally I have scoliosis. So you can only imagine what the back's looking like. Yeah.
And I feel so much better. And we're going to have to go around 2 there.
I have scoliosis too. But I've been going to a chiropractor. I'm like, I have to introduce you to so many things. Chiropractor, lymphatic drainage massages. Like, your life will be changed. Also, I bought you this. I need to give it to you tonight. It's the castor oil.
Oh, yes. Me skinny.
Yeah. If you put castor oil on your stomach, you can get it on Amazon or whatever. I think I have it in my Amazon store. I'm not trying to plug myself.
She's not trying to plug her, but I'm going to plug her anyways. This girl knows so much about Chinese medicine and good medicines and different vitamins, and I'm learning so much from her because I was the type of person that wouldn't even take an Advil when I had a headache because I just think I'm a superwoman.
I don't take Advil and stuff like that though.
But you take the good things. You're teaching me all about this and it's really interesting and I love it.
I believe in God. I'm spiritual, but I like to say I'm a good witch in a way. I talked to this medium and they said in my past life I was burned at the stake, which I was so freaked out because I was like, what the heck? And then I ended up talking, or Rachel heard it too. My dad's side of the family is Native American. A lot of the things that they used to do to heal was all through like herbal remedies and vitamins and everything natural. So she was telling me it makes sense that maybe I actually was because it goes back to the Native American culture, and I was probably a healer, through like all this stuff, and they probably burned me at the stake.
Maybe in this life you'll be burnt too.
Oh my God. No, my freaking hair's burnt like this.
I had this traumatic experience with my bangs where they cut them up here. And all my best friends were like, you look so good. And then I was looking back at photos because my other girlfriend just had a traumatic hair experience. Same thing. And I wanted to make her feel better. So I sent her photos and I was like, I can't believe I was lied to. I had my birthday party. This is the day that I'm supposed to be my hottest. And I looked like it was so scary. So I'm telling Alex, and then she's like, if you want to feel sad, look at this. And then she shows me her bangs and I'm like, okay, so all of our bangs are destroyed at this point.
I went to the dry bar in Vegas and the girl fully was curling my hair with a flat iron. And I tried to say something.
Hair?
I could smell it being burnt off and I knew it was, but also I'm one to speak up. And then if they rebuttal back, then it's like, what do you do? Because I'm already in the chair and what's done is done.
Yeah, like you're just sizzled at that point.
She did the bangs at the end. I leave and I'm like, great. And then it doesn't help that like I get highlights and all that. But
so she sued the girl and now she knows what works at job.
Everyone was like, why didn't you complain? And I'm just like, what is it gonna do now?
I think once the scissors hit or the hot tools hit, it's game over. I had my best friend's wedding last year, another traumatic bang story. After you thought I would have learned my lesson, I did not learn my lesson. I had the same girl cut my bangs again. I go to my best friend's wedding rehearsal and they're all looking at me like, ooh, the bangs are looking a little short. And I literally sat in the car because I was in the wedding party crying. And my two girlfriends were like, why are you crying? Because we have professional photos happening and I look ridiculous. The bangs were pinned back and no one knew. But then everyone was like, wait, don't you have bangs? And I'm like, we're not talking about it. Bangs are officially pinned back.
I know. My hair lady was like, you have curtain bangs. They look cute. And I was like, no, this isn't intentional. These bangs are not intentional.
No,
choice by just being fried off.
Oh, they're dangling. They're dancing. Every time I walk, they're like going like this. But I just wait so last minute for everything. So I'm kind of at fault, but it's okay. We're going to look good.
Yeah. We're getting back into working out. I get a phone call the other day from Rachel. I'm at home working, right? She's like, I'm going to go work out. I'm like, I love you for that. She calls me 15 minutes later and I'm like, I think your workout class started already. She's like, I can't even go to my workout class.
I got pulled over. I thought I was getting arrested. I have already been arrested before. So this was just so triggering. I do a U-turn right out front of this Pilates studio. And I'm like, okay, perfect. I was like I had 1 minute to spare. I'm on my phone. I end the map. And as I'm on the phone doing a U-turn, this police officer on a motorcycle comes behind me, puts his lights on. And I'm like, no. Also, I recently ran a stop sign and I got caught. So I was like, no, this can't happen to me again. There's no way. He doesn't even pull me to the side of the street. I end up getting stuck and I pull aside and he comes up and he's like their classic line, do you know what you did? Yeah. And I'm like, Rachel, cry on demand, you have to cry, you're gonna go to jail. So I literally looked at him and I started saying, oh my God, I'm like, he was like, I saw you on your phone and you did a U-turn. And I was like, I'm from Canada. It wasn't a U-turn. My gym is right there. And it was where the pylons were. So he starts grilling me and I've never cried on demand. I also just never cry in general. And I started crying. It was like a release at that moment. Oh, also, I was a little delayed on paying my insurance. I guess I kind of missed last month. So he's asking me for my insurance. I can't even pull it up. At this point, I'm getting my car impounded. So that's when I started crying. Goes behind on his motorcycle and I'm sitting there calling the girl in my car, trying to pay it while he's behind me. And then the girls like kept putting me on hold. I'm like, this is not the time to be putting me on hold. Then he comes back out and he's like, okay, well, you know what you did. I know you recently just got pulled over. I am not going to do this to you. I am going to let you off. And I was like literally looking at this guy. I'm like, God, thank you so much. Like I have the worst luck. And for once in my life, something worked out. So he gives me a warning of a texting and driving ticket. I don't know how much it's going to be because it did on the ticket, but I Googled it and it ranges from 20 to 200. So I'm just going to show up to the police station in the hottest little booty shorts and hopefully I can get it to 20.
I mean, the fact that you did not get a ticket and you didn't have insurance, there's really such thing as hot girl privileges and you just got them.
Hot girl privileges.
But there's nothing worse than being somebody like both of us. I feel like we show emotions, but crying is just not one of them. You know, when something happens and you just start crying. When I was in Florida, I appreciated my friends or something. I don't remember. But then I hadn't cried in probably 2 years.
Yeah, no, literally.
I can't even remember. So then I just couldn't stop. And
that is when it's the worst.
It was like hyperventilating crying. I was like, wow, this was just a whole therapy session in itself that I didn't know I needed. And I loved that for me. But the next day I woke up and my under my eyes were so swollen. I had to wear sunglasses the entire day.
I'm dead.
But yeah, I love the people that just cry because they're like, oh,
they actually feel the emotion.
Yeah. What is that? They cry. Like when something is just, they'll see a dog walking on the street, they cry. I'm like, wow, you really just are. And I feel like I'm in touch with myself.
No, you are 100%. It's just like when it comes down to that, I feel like it doesn't happen a lot. That's okay. We're going to work on it. Next thing you know, I was going to be watching some dog movie on the couch and crying, and it's going to be great.
No, I think we need to go to one of those people that do the Rick.
Oh, yeah.
And they basically draw out your trauma because I feel like we have some sort of trauma block.
Oh, we got trauma, all right.
Yeah, maybe that's why we don't cry.
Would you, speaking of spiritual stuff, would you ever try ayahuasca?
I've thought about it.
Right?
Ayahuasca, yeah. Because Rogers stuff.
Okay, yeah.
Did you see it?
I saw the trailer and it looked amazing.
He went to Costa Rica and did ayahuasca.
And he was with a bunch of random people.
No one knew who he was. And he literally had the craziest experience. I watched one episode of Jake and Logan Paul's thing, and it was when they did ayahuasca.
Oh, he did it.
Jake did it. And he said when he did it, that's when he had his whole moment of wanting to fight Mike Tyson. So he calls Mike Tyson and he's like, I did ayahuasca. I had this whole epiphany. I was fighting you. And because of the fight, it brought so many kids to want to get into fighting. But I've also heard the opposite end where people do ayahuasca and they never come out of it. They get psychosis.
That's the one thing that would block me from doing it, but I feel like it's an experience everyone has to experience. I heard there's different levels of it.
I need to do level 1.
There's different levels where you can be super in touch with yourself or levels where you don't snap out of it. I don't know if I would want that, but if the moment was amazing for hours on end, you probably wouldn't necessarily want to snap out of it.
I have narcolepsy, so clearly like my brain chemistry isn't fully together when it comes to that stuff. So I'm like, I would want to do the smallest amount, but I would possibly be open to it. Just depends like where and with who.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think I would be able to do it with random people because I would want to be able to experience with people that mean so much to me, where the experience would just be like,
well, you're kind of by yourself, but if you have someone else there that goes with you, you definitely want to do it with like a shaman, and then put in like Bali or Costa Rica. Some people are telling me they've done it in like Malibu and stuff, and I'm like, no. Like I want to be with someone who's like fully.
Yeah. I guess you could do it by yourself, but I would feel more comfortable if you were beside me. It wouldn't be the same experience. I would feel more comfortable knowing that someone else was going through what I was going through.
Yeah, I want to be in the river with the waterfall.
Mermaid.
But I feel like we should do it whenever we go to Australia. Bali's so close.
Oh, the fact that we are going to be in Australia together in January. During mine and Alana's birthday.
I heard New Year's is the best in Sydney, so I'm super excited. I'm going to meet my husband in Australia.
I thought that about LA, and look at where we are right now.
Exactly.
My +1 forever.
Dating is, I don't know if it's really happening in LA, or the guys are inside, or we're just inside.
We might be inside as well.
I think we're inside.
Sometimes I'm just so content just hanging out.
Kingston wants to join.
Oh, he's looking like a model. Kingston's honestly such a model. Like, he just walks around so fluffy and cute.
Guys, I got Kingston groomed and they shaved his butt and it fully looks like my dog got a BBL the way that they shaved it. It's so funny.
Alex actually went up to the girl and was like, can you give Kingston what I want?
I'm like, I can't get it, so can you give it to my dog?
Kingston is so funny. When we're walking in Venice, Kingston picks and chooses who he wants to smell and who he wants to rub up against. He's just so funny because
his owner.
He hates on the short ones and he goes for the big guys, which is like the owner.
I saw this meme that if you have pets, especially a dog, that whoever is nice or mean to your owner, the dog picks up on it.
Really? If you could be any type of dog based on looks and personality vibes, what kind of dog would you pick yourself as?
I would be Kingston.
Yeah, I could see that. Would you be his specific breed?
I would maybe want like a little bit more color, but Kingston loves to lay out. And so over the years, his hair's gotten a little lighter.
A little darker before?
But for those of you who don't know, Kingston's my little dog. If you're watching, you can see him. Yeah. His personality is honestly just so loving. He was supposed to be my emotional support animal, but it's definitely the opposite. He is so cuddly, so loving. If you're sitting down, he has to sit on you or next to you. He was crying earlier because we were sitting outside. He literally just wanted to sit in my lap.
He honestly loves the attention. He'll sit at the door and wait for Alex to get home. It's the cutest. Yeah, or me. I'm like, is a guy waiting for me at the window?
Wow.
It's Kingston.
No, I used to use that all the time when I would go out. People didn't know, obviously. Yeah. I'd be like, I'm so sorry. My guy's waiting for me at home. And they're like,
Kingston's at home.
They're really like,
hot name for a guy.
Kingston. Yeah, that was one of the baby names I wanted. Yeah. So I took that and named him it.
What's another one of your favorite guy names?
I have a list. Do you want to hear them?
I do. And I'll judge them.
Okay, perfect.
Give me like 5 of them and we'll judge them from best to worst.
And then what kind of dog would you be?
I think I would be a Doberman. Just like bad bitch energy. We were playing this game one night. Eddie's going to be so mad I'm saying this, but Eddie goes, what kind of dog would I be? I looked at him.
A Rottweiler.
He's actually getting a Rottweiler, which is crazy that you
I knew that.
I said he would be a Chihuahua, and he was so mad. He was like, you think I would be a Chihuahua? I'm like, yeah. And then he was so mad. It was really funny. But yeah, I think that would be a Doberman.
Guys, my psychic abilities lately.
That was crazy.
No, I just was either going to decide a bulldog or a Rottweiler.
Oh, a little English?
No, like one of the big ones. The big gray ones. If you want to see Eddie, you have to go watch the vlog, but he's at the end of it. You can decide on your own.
Oh my God. He's gonna fucking kill us.
He's gonna kill us. Okay.
He's gonna be like, okay, let's go for a walk. I'm ready. Holy shit. He'd be the fat dog. That's crazy. We cannot put that on there.
No. Where are the names?
That was so funny. Just way to fucking kill this guy.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Okay, Easton.
Love. I actually, these names are gonna trigger me from my past.
I thought Nash is cute.
Yeah, love.
Lakin. Liam. Sage.
Cave.
Sage is that could be a guy's name. Actually, it reminds me of Sage the Gemini.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Sage. All I know is when I first moved to LA, I was in my car and this random guy pulls up next to me, windows down, honking at me. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? He's like, let me get your Instagram. I'm like,
Was it Sage the rapper?
it was Sage the Gemini. And I was like, okay.
It's a green light. We need to go. No chance.
Yeah.
The first famous person I saw in LA was I was driving Lucas Sabbath, the model guy.
Oh, yeah, I know Lucas. Yeah.
He was in his G-Wagon. He was beside me, and I was like fresh out of Toronto, and I'm like, oh my God, is that a celebrity? I look, it's him. I'm like, oh my God, that's such a cool random interaction.
Yeah.
But of course, it was in WeHo, so you're seeing all the people drive out Sunset.
Guys that have cool names are just automatically hotter or more attractive because of their names.
100%. I feel like people with cool names, for some reason, have a really cool vibe to them.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just like they started off with a cool name, so they have to live up to that ability.
They get an upper hand.
Okay, so we have Easton, Liam, Sage, Lakin.
I take Sage back.
Yeah,
I don't like
Sage
that.
at all.
Willow is a cool name, but it also reminds me of Willow Smith. What's your favorite car
Favorite car just in general?
guy drives?
It has to be an SUV.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't have to be an SUV. If you have a sexy car, then sure. But I'm kind of against the
It
test.
has to be an SUV. If you're going around in a two-door Lamborghini, revving your engine down Rodeo Drive,
a midlife crisis, and I can't be with you.
it's screaming small dick energy and I need attention.
1,000. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. I would say SUV 100%, or like a sexy vintage like Bronco type of.
Oh,
vibe.
yeah.
Because we're buying in that Bronco.
We love the baby Broncos.
We love the Broncos. In that sense, SUV, and then from there, a sexy vintage like Bronco. Or,
Like a Tahoe or Range Rover.
yeah, all the above. I also kind of fuck with the Jaguars.
The Jaguars. I like the SUV ones.
Is it? No, maybe,
No, you're maybe
thinking
thinking
of
a Porsche.
I am thinking of Porsche. Like an all black
Yeah.
Porsche is pretty sexy. Are you hot?
No, I keep getting hot flashes though. Oh, speaking of, we swear that something's going on. Not in our house necessarily, but I think it's Venice. We were on Abercrombie on the walk with King, and we go into the swimsuit store, and the guy is like, just to let you guys know, like, don't take your dog to the Venice canals. It's like really cute.
It's a canal, but it's really cute because there's
Houses, a bridge, archway.
You just like walk the strip. You get to be in Venice by the beach. It's a really cool date spot, walk spot. Everyone kind of just goes over there and walks around.
And Rachel had literally just said we should go take Kingston on a walk over there. So we go in the swimsuit store talking to him. He's like, oh, by the way, don't take your dog over there because 12 dogs have died in the last month and a bunch are sick that have been in the Venice Canal. So I literally look it up and I start to freak out because I don't really let Kingston drink the waters along the street.
No, my
just
boy
because,
Kingston is drinking Fiji and Fiji only.
but it's said because the algae has been contaminated or that they're spraying something poisonous, which the guy at the swimsuit store said.
I don't understand that type of mindset. Why are you trying to kill dogs?
Yeah.
What is the purpose of that? So other people suffer, but you're not even involved in that.
It's probably not directed towards dogs. I feel like they're just spraying a contaminant that is unfortunately affecting the dogs.
Yeah, but I even remember the dog parks in Toronto. People were like putting poison out for the dogs to eat at the dog park.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's why I was like kind of confused on what people get off from that.
Yeah, it's just like, what did people get off of starting the LA fires?
Yeah. That's a whole
So
other
much shit is
story.
coming out, and
Yeah.
Spencer Pratt is
daddy. Spencer Pratt is major daddy, and he keeps fighting for it, which is so respectable. And he's getting his word out. And it's so crazy to see someone with so much. And it just goes to show, if you have a passion for something and you want to prove your point, whether it's life, work, anything, your job, do it, because you're going to eventually get there. And he's getting there.
Yeah. But did you know, like, people are still paying the mortgages on their houses even though they're burnt down?
And they're not even living there. So people now, they have to go to another house, pay the Airbnb rentals on the other house on top of paying for their mortgage in the Palisades.
That's crazy. Yeah, because
who even has that money?
Yeah, some people, their insurance was literally cut off as little as a week before the fires. And then some people still have insurance, so obviously they're covering it. But either way, it's so messed up. And now I'm pretty sure it's been verified that they are trying to start
the smart city. Were you here for the fires?
No.
You just missed it, right?
Yeah, I just missed it. And yeah, I knew something was going to happen. But we need Spencer on the podcast. Shout out Rachel styled Heidi for one of her shoots.
Yes, I was assisting an amazing friend of mine, Tomas, and he brought me on, and I got to meet Heidi and Spencer. And working with them and seeing how in love they are and how he's her number one fan and supporter.
It's back. We had to take a break because the camera died and we had to drink water.
Are we wrapping it?
Yeah.
They have to wrap it. Also, my feet are not for sale. You probably saw they are not for sale. So if anyone wants to slide in.
I don't even think we finished telling the story about the chiropractor. So I take Rachel to her first chiropractor appointment and she's going over all of her issues with I guess you could call him a doctor. Yeah, he fully slid into our DMs asking Rachel and I for drinks.
You didn't fully watch this.
Are we allowed? He literally is. Okay, so I take Rachel to the chiropractor appointment. She's telling the doctor,
little, I think on the D there.
Good cracks or whatever. No, he's actually amazing and I really do love his work. She's going over everything and she tells him, yeah, I tore my meniscus.
And he's like grabbing onto my leg, like thinking I'm about to spread eagle and crack me open. And I'm like, whoa. I thought he was just touching my back. He has my knee in his hand and I have a really bad knee.
And she's like, I tore my meniscus. And we're like, what? Meniscus? Do you mean your meniscus? You're like, yeah. She was cliff jumping.
Okay, no, long story short, I had the opportunity to cliff jump at someone's house and they had a pool and everyone was being lame. So I was like, I'm going to go jump. And I go to jump to show off and I go to run and I fell/slid and I smashed my kneecap on the top of the pool deck on top of the cliff. So I hyperextended it and then I jumped, but that wasn't stopping me from jumping again.
Also, that's not cliff jumping. That's jumping off a pool platform.
No, it was like 12 feet. There was like a full-blown cliff, like a fake cliff in the back. So it was like it was cliff jumping. I kind of messed up my knee. I couldn't walk for a really long time. I would go to bars and have to limp into the bars. And I was working limping. I fought through it because I had to live my life.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, my meniscus is torn. My meniscus. And I can only bend down a certain amount. Today during Pilates, the girl was trying to give me feedback. I was like, babe, these knees do not go any farther. And if you try, it will literally pop out.
And we didn't want that happening.
No, last time that happened, I had to pop it back in myself. I was at a shoot. And the full ambulance had to come and they're like, we can't really do anything for you. And so I popped it back in.
Okay, then I definitely didn't tear that.
No, you would know. Well, Dr. Crack said it wasn't torn.
Dr. Crack, yes. Okay.
The Good Crack, whatever his Instagram is.
Dr. Good Crack.
Totally made that up.
If you're listening.
We actually need to come back soon, so don't take this the wrong way.
You touching my feet, my back. My knee was totally okay.
You literally made me grow 2 inches and put me back together. So
you do all those mouth exercises. What else do you want to talk about?
I think that's it. We're not really as funny today. I'm super dehydrated. I'm really thirsty. I'm just kidding. I am, though, really dehydrated. I have an IV coming soon because
Dr. Crack comes by after that.
Dr. Craig, if you're listening,
Dr. Crack, if you're listening, I'm hungry. We should go on that.
I was actually going to say if you do house calls, that would be great.
He would never leave. Wait, okay.
No, like house calls of getting adjusted, not house calls like that. Yeah.
Take us there, Alex.
Oh my God. So we go to the soccer game with some friends, and some of his friends, well, Rachel hadn't met any of them, but some of the friends I hadn't met. And so one of them drives us back home, and I think he was interested in Rachel.
Okay, no. He offered to drive us from Inglewood, or where was it? Carson. Which is like a 35-minute drive.
Long story short, our friend took us home. He had to use the restroom. Then he had to go. Then he ended up having a small glass of wine, and he didn't want to leave.
He was
Intimidated by Rachel.
He was like, "You're really intimidating." And then he came in and sure enough, this small glass of wine.
I don't think you're too intimidated then.
I was always speaking Spanish to him, and I think it was like, I was only saying like the good words, and I think it was really throwing him off because I didn't know proper sentences. So I was just calling him Papi. And cerveza, Papi. Gracias. And he was like, Papi beer, thank you. He was so confused. It's Tulum. The 3 basic words that you need to know when you're in Mexico.
Oh my gosh, we have to go to Tulum. We'll have some more stories for you guys next week. The Ivy lady's here. She's actually walking in. All right, guys. Well, that's another episode of the Dry Diaries. We will see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye, babes.